Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inside the Den. Now, don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube and follow me on Twitch TV and Twitter for the latest updates. Now, today we're going to take a look at Marvel Heroes, and this is a free-to-play action RPG MMO. So let's get started. As you can see, I have my character Hawkeye that I've been building up. I've gotten him to level 10 already. As you can see here, level 10. I've got a whole bunch of crap in my backpack. I've got all of these items as well. So I'm hoping that Fraps doesn't lag out too much. It does lag a little bit in the game. I actually meant to go in here and take all the video options all the way to the bottom here. Now you can turn these up and you will get a lot better graphical settings and stuff. But let's scroll out for now. As you can see, you can scroll in and out. See you guys. Now, when you do start, there's not a lot of character creation. You basically have an option to pick from 5 different characters. One being the one that I've chosen, Hawkeye. One being Daredevil that you see to the left. One being Thing that you see running around. Another being Scarlet Witch. I'm sure we'll see her flying around somewhere. And the other, which one did I forget? Scarlet Witch, Daredevil, Thing, and we've got Storm. That's right. Also, you get Storm. Now, the first thing I'm going to cover is this is kind of the Avenger Tower. This is kind of your central hub. You get a lot of people. Hub tiers, you could see people moving all over the place. But one thing that I want to point out to you that's very important is getting to know this guy right here, Hank. Good old Hank is going to be your crafter, and the thing that you're going to do here is you're going to level these up and get yourself to rank 2 as fast as you can. The way that you do that is when you pick up a lot of different items, you're going to take, and you see here, you're going to have an option down right at the little, in the description, you see in the bottom left, it says sell price of 42 credits. Now, if we hit alternate, we can donate this for experience towards our rank. So I went ahead and donated that, and that will level up. And the reason you want to do that is you really want to get to these options as fast as possible. Upgrading rare gear means anytime you get blue for 300 credits and one of these little simple enhanced genomes, you're going to be able to upgrade a blue item up to a purple item. And that's how I actually got these purple items right here. Now the next one is going to be right here, which is transform an epic item. So if you actually have a purple item that is only usable by another character, because you're going to pick up a lot of items that are only usable by those characters, as you see when we highlight these items, basic mask for Hawkeye, they're only usable by me. So if somebody wants that item and they want to be able to use it for themselves, then they're going to need to transform that item into an item that's usable by them. And so you're going to be able to do that, and you're going to use a lot of these materials. Now I'm going to dump a bunch of these materials in here. Now we can also take and utilize these like craft primitive element, right? And so we can go in here and we can find primitive elements that we can drop right into here. And I think there's a shortcut for this as well. So there we go. Simple. We're going to drop these simples in here real quick. And that's a primitive. We're not going to do that one. Do we have more simples? There we go. We got another simple in our stash. So now we can take it. We can go ahead and create that. And then you can see that turns it into one of these primitives, which has the 2 little guys. So, and the great thing about that is that's great for storage, because you can take and then you can store these very easily, and then you can split a primitive element into 3 simple elements. So depending upon what you need at the time, you can combine these and then split them later. So it becomes very useful when you're running around the game world to be able to have these split up or put together, split up basically when you need them, or put together when you don't. Now, one thing I really wish that the inventory would have would be a sort button. That would be freaking awesome to have a little sort button in here that would just sort all this stuff for you really quick and go that route. But either way, I highly recommend you get yourself into crafting, get yourself understanding how crafting works. It's very important to being able to pump up your weapons, make them better. If you ever need to heal, you just find one of these guys with the little heart over the head, and boom, they will heal you up as well. You also have a regular vendor over here that you can go to, buy and sell items. You can see here they'll have bows and shield and these meta kits and all that different stuff, and you can buy back the crap that you dump in there as well. So we're going to head out this way. We're going to head off. We've got a mission. So instead of going out that way, we can go out this way, and you're going to, when you first start, you're going to go out by using this guy, and you can click on him and you can travel there. But we're going to actually take and we're going to use the waypoints. The waypoints allow me to travel between chapters to different areas. Now I'm pretty sure I've got to quest this videotape that I need to hand in right here at the very beginning of this storage yard. So we're going to go hand that in, and then we'll get into some of the action-oriented combat. Now we saw our character, we saw his inventory. You can open those with both the C and with the I. Now one thing you're seeing in the background right now, you see my character. You also see a lot of different stuff being described down at the bottom, described being an outward, trade unwanted gear, this. You'll get a lot of good tips from all of those things. You also get a lot of really good comic book and Marvel comic style inspired cutscenes. I really do like the cutscenes. I think they're well done. They're really neat. There's some comedic elements. There's some action elements. There's some really fun stuff in there. And I think they did a really good job with that. Now, the one thing that I would have to say that I'm going to complain a little bit about is that I am really disappointed in the fact that as you get gear for your character, you don't actually have the ability to see any changes on your guy. So no matter what I equip, he's going to look like that. So the only way that I'm going to be able to change the way he looks is to come into the store and buy him a costume. So I can go here, I can go down to Hawkeye, and here are the costumes that are available for him. Now they've run different specials, and the big one is probably Iron Man. He has the most costumes. You can see all the different costumes he has. And you can also come in here and you can purchase heroes as well. Now you may be saying to yourself, well, that's probably pay to win. But the thing is you can actually earn these heroes. They do drop. So you could kill a random little mob at any point in time, and bam, they could just drop right then and there. So that really makes it advantageous for you to just kind of start killing indiscriminately, because you just never know when something's going to drop. So we're going to cruise through here. Now you can see down on the bottom kind of right hand corner, as these guys are fighting different characters, you can see I'm heading down here to these shield agents. The reason I'm doing that is because I go to this guy right here to turn in this videotape, and I'm going to get a rarity boost, which right click this item to increase your active hero's rarity find by 50%. So this is going to give me a great opportunity to find rarity by using that little boost right there. So here's one of those cutscenes I was telling you about. This one's really funny, actually.
Lack the skills to make that dream come true? Do the voices inside your head tell you that you were meant for something more? Do you sit there day after day seething with the need for revenge but don't know how to get it? Then the Taskmaster Institute is for you. Here at the Institute, we train you for a life of power and skill. You'll learn 7 different styles of martial arts and many forms of advanced weaponry. If you're smart enough to find me, you're smart enough to learn the lessons I can teach you. The Taskmaster Institute, when you positively, absolutely know you were meant for something more.
So basically the Taskmaster is sending out all these videotapes, and I found one of those videotapes, brought it right here, and we just got to watch it. Now, we're going to take and we're going to cruise over this way, and you see in the right-hand side the Taskmaster's lessons. So now we're going to head over this way and actually get down. We're going to try and find our way past all these shipping containers and see if we can't find ourselves see where this little dot is. Now we can hit tab and bring up a much larger version of our map and start cruising around that way. It's nice because I think they did a really good job with the map and keeping it to where it's not invasive on the screen. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to tase these guys. They're going to scream at me, "Don't tase me, bro," but that's all right. I'm going to tase them anyways. So see, you got little different types of arrows, different types of shots that you can use. Now I have another one that I can actually charge up. You can see I can point it in any direction. When it's fully charged, it'll go through all of the different foes. So it's great for using against these guys right here. See, boom, took him out, one-shotted him. Now a big thing you'll see is as we cruise around all these different areas, we will occasionally shoot and destroy some of the environment. And that becomes very important, because as you take and you destroy some of that environment, you'll actually see different stuff that actually explodes out of the environment. You can find a lot of cool crafting materials and stuff like that if you take and you just basically just blow the crap out of the environment. So I seem to have lost my little cursor, and it's way over there. So we're going to keep cruising up this way, and we should find some Tyrannosaurus Rex that are pretty interesting here shortly, unless we already passed them. So we're going to tase these guys. The tase is kind of nice because it stuns them. Now you see those yellow orbs that are dropping? Those are actually bonus XP orbs. Now I want to get to those as fast as I can, because the sooner I get to those, the more experience they're actually going to give me. So it's very advantageous to make a move for those as fast as you can, because if you let them start to diminish, they'll start to actually turn into smaller circles, and then eventually they will just keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and you won't be able to you won't really be able to do much, and they will eventually disappear. Now we did just find this little checkpoint right here, so hoorah. All right. So we talked to this policeman. Yep, we don't want to talk to you. Let's see, can we get outside from here? Nope, it's just a restaurant in the middle of bad guy territory. It's a complete and total dead end. So let's get out of here. But we did level up, so let's go in here, and the nice thing is every time you level up, you're going to get some points available. So here are your different trees. You've got archery, you've got combat skills, and you've got trick arrows. Now, I'm going to take, and I'm actually going to put an arrow, a bonus into my teaser arrow, or my taser arrow, not my teaser, my taser. And then I'm also going to take and put one into my precise aim, which gives me more critical. So let's go ahead and confirm that. And you can really build this as you want. Now, another thing that's kind of cool about this is when you take and you go look at my items, you see here, we actually are getting gain 1 spirit when you hit a basic power, but I'm also getting +2 to current rank of elusive arrow and adamantium arrow. So you'll get a lot of different gear that takes and gives bonuses. But one thing I want to point out is you see this one up here gives me +1 to current rank of adamantium, and this one grants adamantium arrow at rank 2. Now, this doesn't give me a base of rank 2 and then I just start adding on to that. If this is rank 2, once I'm past rank 2, then this doesn't give me any real bonus. So you want to keep that in mind when you're looking at items. Another thing that I want to bring up as we go over here, let's just bring this up, this hood metal. See right there? We're going to go ahead and we're going to head over this way. We're going to take out a bunch of these guys real quick. These guys should go down nice and fast for me. Now those hood metals and any metals that you find will actually give you those bonuses. And one place that you can get a lot of those metals pretty quick is as you're cruising through these different areas, occasionally boss monsters will spawn for everybody in the area to just kind of start getting into the action on. And you can head on over, you can just start wailing away on that boss. And the more damage you do that boss, the more actual gear you'll get from that boss, and the more drops they'll drop specifically for you. So in this area, I actually fought Spawn, and we were able to take him out. And once we took him down, I actually got a Spawn medal, and I got, I believe, a purple item and a bunch of other stuff as well. So anytime you see those going on, I highly recommend you go get involved into those little world events. They're really fun. But one thing, they can get really hectic, and sometimes you can't even see the boss. So a big thing that you want to take and do is, let me see, we've got all these guys all over the place. So as you see, when I highlight over these guys and I'm able to attack them, my cursor actually turns red. Now when you're fighting the bosses and they actually have a lot of health, you can take and you can actually just hold that down on them, and anywhere they move, your character will actually track them, continue to follow them, continue to move with them, and continue to attack them. So it's really, really good to take, and once you kind of get them in your sights and you can get that red cursor on them, just hold that basic attack down. I'm going to take all this stuff out. Hold that basic attack down, and then just start wailing on them as much as you can, and then keeping yourself out of trouble as much as you can as well while you're taking and beating on them, because that's going to take, and it's going to keep you sustaining as much damage as you possibly can while you're taking those guys out. So let's go ahead and wail on these guys a little more, get some of this stuff, and we want to keep going over this way. And yeah, of course, I'm pretty badass. I can take all that these guys have to dish out. See, now because we've got myself and based upon level, and the game does what it does have an option to where you can automatically join groups. So you see, as soon as I went in here, it automatically put me in this group with these guys that were going in here. So you see, I have a full group on the left-hand side, and because we're all, you know, a little bit higher level, these guys are going to have a little more health to them. we're working our way over to that Taskmaster boss event. I really want to show you guys one of these boss events. So here we go. We're going to jump in here. You see Taskmaster comes up. Class is in session. So now we're going to start using our adamantium arrow and fire on him, do a lot of damage, start wailing on him. And basically what you want to do is you want to take turns with whatever character he's kind of working at the moment. He's going to move around to different characters and start bombing on them. You want to take turns. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get ourselves set up. We're just going to take and keep wailing on him. And so you see as he turned and teleported around, we're going to go ahead. As he teleported around, my guy automatically spun around. It doesn't matter where I have my cursor now. I'm going to take and I just keep firing away on him. And if he gets a little bit too far away, I'll actually start running away. And I can actually take and start using my skills as well. So while I'm actually taking and waiting for him, now see he's on me. So I'm going to take and start using some evasive actions while everybody else kind of damages him. And then we're back on the mix. Because this guy, what's his name? Stupid Wiz, he actually got him. Now you see this guy died out here, so we can actually run out of here. We've got about 3 minutes to resurrect him. Let's see if they can get his attention, and yeah, he got his attention. We can get her up. So there we go. Get our special shot, and there you go. He basically exploded with all kinds of delicious goodness. So now we can't see some of those items anymore. We just hold down a little Alt. And we could start looking and seeing all that stuff. And we got the Taskmaster's idol right there. So we can go in here. We can see. And there we go. The Taskmaster's medal. 10% chance to deflect projectiles. Well, that's not very good. We don't need that. So you can drop items as you see there. And we can take. And now we're done. So we're going to head back out to the construction site. But you see, it's really easy to get into groups, grouping up with your friends, doing these automatic groups, finding the world events that you can get into. My main one disappointment is definitely the fact that as you equip items, it doesn't change the look of your character, but they do have a lot of different skins, and I'm sure they're going to have different sales on skins. And as new Marvel movies come out, we're going to have different stuff that's going on as far as the different types of characters you're going to be able to buy and the skins you're going to be able to buy for them. So all of those things are really pretty cool, and the quest system is really pretty nice. And keep in mind that you can also take and get new characters anytime. They can drop off of anything. They can drop off of one of these randoms. They can drop anywhere. Also, once you complete the full quest, the full storyline one time through, you will actually get access to a second one of the starter heroes. So you really want to take and jump on that as soon as you can get through the storyline, so you do get that second hero that you can kind of switch back and forth with. And if you look at the heroes, they're really not that expensive, but if you really want to take and just grind it out, you can take and find them. They'll drop. Now, another thing that I have to mention that I wish that they would do is allow you to trade those things. Now, you can work those trades out with people by sitting there and saying, I've got a purple item. Do you have a Hawkeye? And I want that. Find yourself a private room and you just drop it on the ground, and then you can take and pick those up and do the trade that way. Not a very safe way to trade those things, but hey, it is possible, but it definitely makes it also a possibility if you take and you get into that type of stuff with your friends. But either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Don't forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. Also, don't forget to comment and like these videos, as I really do appreciate that feedback. If you'd like to play or learn more about Marvel Heroes, you can see the full game profile at MMODen.com or just click the link in the description. Well, till next time, thanks for watching.